symbolically, it would announce the coming of Lono from the sea. Here comes two ships, Discovery and Resolution, clockwise around the shore, with big square sails on their wooden mast poles identical to Hawaiian's tablecloth. Hawaiians thought Captain Cook was Lono in the flesh. It didn't last very long. 1 year, 1 month later, he's on the big island of Kealakekua Bay, gets into a fight with Hawaiians and cuts himself. The moment they saw that, they knew he wasn't Lono. They killed him immediately. Ended the life of one of the greatest sea navigators of all time on Valentine's Day, 1779. It was a very bad day for Captain Cook. You notice all the red dirt? That's the oxidized iron in the soil. They dye t-shirts with it. Red dirt shirts. It also dyes the water red going back to the shore. Waimea means red water. And we do have these microphones around the cabin, and feel free to use them at any time. All you got to do is just push the button and talk. And there's one for you up here in the back seat. They're on the Velcro up there. Look at all that red dirt. It must have inspired Samuel Clemens. After he visited here, he would write, "I now know a place where the smell of the flowers blow across the sea. And though I might sit over 1,000 miles away, I can never forget this beautiful place where waters deep and red still stir my imagination." Stirring anyone's imagination?
Absolutely. I imagine that this is a completely different climate zone than we saw in Hilo.
Oh, yes, yeah. Hilo gets 142 inches of rain a year, the town itself of Hilo. But if you want to see an active volcano, just go up to the volcano park from there.
We did. It was raining. We saw steam.
Oh yeah. When the Leilani Estates had their major eruption last year, we actually got a record-breaking flow of lava from there. 25,000 gallons a second of lava were coming out from the vent, Fissure 8. My daughter is just a couple miles from there. And so I was so thankful it didn't go her direction, because we were getting her ready to evacuate over there. And if you look to your right, we can see the Waipo'o Falls. That's the farthest place water travels from Mount Waialeale through the Ilokai Swamp, the second highest swamp in the United States. It starts 5,000 feet above sea level. So then we just make this little turn around over here. You see the hikers on top? Whatever you do, don't hike to the edge. There are no barriers to keep you from falling. Wow, look at these people right on the edge to your left. Wouldn't catch me up there doing that. I'll show you what actually gets to me up here too. If you notice, you see all these landslides where you see all the green up there by the ridge? There's a place where cars park up here, and people go hiking across the boundary. It says, "Do not cross." They'll go right across it, and they'll stand right over an area where it's known to give way. And every time I watch that, I kind of close my eyes. I don't want to see what comes next. There we go. Take a look to your right front. Got some people over there right now. Look at all the landslides over there. You see the car parked and the people standing right there? Looks like they're heading back to their car. Phew. There's still a couple of them up there. Right on the edge of a landslide. And we can see the Pu'ulua Reservoir below, stocked with rainbow trout. 4th of July, it's packed. Everybody's fishing. And on the shore, the Pacific Missile Range facility, Barking Sands. My son's a fireman down there. It's a good job for him, good benefits. He also owns a CrossFit gym, keeps in really good shape. It's convenient too. Whenever I need a workout, it's only a phone call.
What are we looking at off to our left, off in the distance there?
That's Ni'ihau. That's the island privately owned by the Robinson family. There's about 200 Hawaiians living there under the auspices of the Robinsons. They're trying to preserve native Hawaiian culture. And you see the domes right there? That's the tracking station for the missile range. And it's one of the reasons Hawaii's not too concerned about missile threats. Hawaii's much more concerned with false alarms. And the last one we had was a real doozy too. On January 13th last year, every phone rang an alert that said, take immediate shelter. Ballistic missile inbound to Hawaii. This is not a drill. It took 38 minutes to tell everyone that was a false alarm. It takes 20 minutes for a missile to reach Hawaii. What's wrong with that picture? NASA's got a tracking station straight uphill to our right. There's a satellite dish built for the Apollo program. When the astronauts were heading to the moon, they were tracked from Kauai when Kauai had line of sight. And I still can't believe 50 years have gone by since then. Back then I was thinking, oh, this is great. 10 more years, we'll be to Mars and the outer planets. Didn't quite work out that way, did it? Welcome to the beautiful Nepali coast. Nepali means the cliffs. Just another day here in paradise.
Just another day here in paradise.
This could be my theme song right here.
Feeling awesome nice. Just another day, yeah. Just another day here in paradise.
Now below to your right is a valley called Honopu. It means turtle head. And we can actually see what looks like a turtle sticking its head out of his shell. And we got a whale straight ahead.
Just another day is falling through the morning. Birds are singing out their hearts alive. Yeah, just another day. Just another day, yeah. Just another day here in paradise.
That took a plunge. That's all right, we'll go look for some more. Sometimes the helicopter sounds like a boat propeller. Over now to your left, you can see the turtle head stick out. If you saw King Kong starring Jessica Lange and Jeff Bridges, they walked to the archway under the neck of the turtle head. And as we're heading back here in Honopu Valley, if you look at these cliff walls, you may notice all these traversing lines etched in. These are grazing marks left by goat and feral sheep. They like to graze on these cliffs. Definitely not my first choice. One slip, 2,000-foot drop, but they don't seem to mind. Very sure-footed animals, and not the sharpest tool in the shed. I think that's the prerequisite to hike 2,000 feet up on slippery ferns.
With the trade winds,
There's one straight uphill. You see it right there? It's straight up the hill from us. Yeah, there's some more over here. Uphill to your left. During mating season, the male sheep, the rams, are up on these ridges. And if they're not just smacking horns with each other, it always... We got the rams smacking horns right on the very edge, and then they look at each other like, I didn't feel a thing. How about you? No, let's do it again. I guess they have no trouble facing off against each other. It's only when they face the Patriots they have a tough time. I couldn't help that. Anyone else watch the Sleeper Bowl? I mean the Super Boring Super Bowl. Yeah, that's what I meant.
The Pro Bowl was more exciting than that.
Oh yeah, you're right.
People, are you listening?
Yeah, we got all these white-tailed tropic birds flying around. And the largest valley of the Nepali coast, the Kalalau Valley. The Kalalau means to hike or walk. 11 miles of hiking to get out here, 11 miles back to your car. But if you drive all the way to the road ends, it ends back here at the Kalalau lookout point.
I know we can work.
Which is good news because the hiking trail's been closed.
And make this world a better place for you and for
That's since April when we had 49.65 inches of rain occur in a 24-hour period. Oh, and look at all the fish. We got a school of fish down below to your right. See that big black dot? Oh, and a whale just breached straight ahead offshore. All right, let's go offshore. We call those bait balls.
spread a little aloha around the world.
Yep, see all the splashing? Look straight ahead. 2 whales just breached.
All around the world. A little aloha.
Every year they return. The female humpbacks arrive early and birth the newborn whale calves. And then the male humpbacks show up.
Life could be
Not unusual to see a couple 40-ton males duking it out in the water for mating rights. And then there's the smarter males who have a whole different approach. They'll become motionless, slightly nose down for best sound transmission, and they'll begin singing songs that range from 10 minutes to a half hour. And they just keep repeating the songs over and over and over again, trying to entice a mate. We do know they're love songs, thanks to a recent scientific breakthrough. Electronically, scientists have been able to translate some of the songs of the male humpback whale. Now, apparently, they sound like Barry White singing, "Turn the lights down low." I couldn't resist that either.
hello. And
I know Em is thinking, wow, Steve's catching elbows before this flight's over with. Another one just breached to our right front.
And I wanna take it higher. I wanna get higher.
Only doing my wife a favor. She rates my day of flying by the number of bruises. I catch a lot too.
With a little alone.
Okay, we'll go over there. If these other 2 whales, which are below the surface here, come popping back up. Let me see if we can.
Put a little love in your heart.
All right, let me just come around here. Let's make a turn offshore.
Son. Oh yeah. Singing A-L-O-H-A. A little
All right, whale. Time for another breach.
spread a
We
little
know you've got it in you.
around the world.
You can see the big splash mark expanding out from around where that whale breached.
Spread a little aloha around the world.
There, we'll go past the sun glare. We'll make a little turn here. There you go, to your right side. There she blows. See the whale? All right, let me come back around.